Hello everyone and welcome to our channel Project Management and Control. This video I'm making on the request of our several viewers who are asking me to make a video for the extension of time claim. So this is a construction claim which is extension of time, and in this video I try to explain some important terms and their definitions used in the claims. So let's start with the first of our term is which is the project duration. So the project duration is considered as a time agreed between all the parties between the employer and the contractor during the time of execution or during the time of signing the contract. The project duration is agreed time frame between the employer and the contractor to finish the project, to finish what time they need contractor to finish the project. So it is normally the project duration is normally mentioned in the contract document in several places. You can find it in the letter of award. In the letter of award, they mention the project name and their parties and their expected time of start and their time for completion. Similarly, we can find this in the agreement also. In the agreement also mentioned the agreement is made between contractor and the employer. Employer on this date, and it is with the project anticipated start of project after 7 days of this agreement and having the duration XYZ whatever the duration. So the duration and this also we can find it in the appendix to tender. When the project in the tender stage, this is called appendix to tender, and when the contract is signed, this appendix is changed to appendix to contract. In this appendix, we can find several terms like, for example, the name of the contractor. So, in the time of tender, the name of tender is not specified or this is keep empty. But when the contract signed, we put the contractor name is there, engineer name is client name already mentioned is there. We put that what is the time duration for the project, when the contractor need to submit the time, what is the liquidated damage, what is the DLP time period. So this all important terms are already mentioned in the appendix to tender or contract, and you can find it with the contract. So this is project duration. Once we know the project duration and it is specified, the next task, a very important task for the contract to prepare the baseline program. The baseline program is considered as a series of activities linked together with appropriate links to determine the project duration and to finish the project within the stipulated time between the client and the contractor. So when we are preparing the program, this if we are the contractor, we have to be very careful what activities we should to be added in the program. For example, if we are after signing a contractor and the planning engineer or planning manager is sitting on the site, he can know the environment at the site and he can see that we are expecting the delay in the engineering IFC drawing from the client, or we are expecting the delay in providing the building permit from from the client or engineer. So he need to put this activity specifically in the program, which may impact the project completion duration. And if it is any delay happen as per the contractor and when they need it, so he can make an easily claim for this one. So on the other side, it is in responsibility of the engineer or the client consultant to check or the client to check that the activities the contractor put in the program is realistic or no. Maybe it is normally observed that the contractor is exaggerating the issues, and for example, he can wait for 1 month or 2 months for the IC drawing, but he say no, he start making. That I need it in 15 days to prepare shop drawing. I have XYZ reason he can prepare, and they make the intention to prepare to make some claim for on the ground of delay in the IFC drawing. So in this situation, it is the responsibility of the engineer to determine or to give the contractor some work so that he cannot ask any that their resources are idle, or idle, and he can do some other work in the absence of IFC drawing, or they provide IFC drawing partially so that the contractor can start his work. So this is very important for the approved baseline program. It's very important. It is very useful term and tool which is we will use in framing our claims. So once the program is approved by the client and engineer, first the program is approved by the engineer, then it is sent to client, and then the client is approved it. When the program is approved, there is a float time. The float time is the generally it is time as that the time an activity can be delayed. So activity can be delayed, and its impact are two way it make the project. Number one is that the delay of an activity because we in the if we make the program in Primavera or a MS project, there is two dates. One date is the early date and other is the late date. So early is the date the earliest an activity can start, and early finish is the earliest an activity can finish. So late finish is the late an activity can finish. So this early start and late finish is the buffer in this, and the activity can be flowed in this activity from early start to late finish. Activity can be flowed in this time, and if the delay from this early finish to some time and still it is under the late finish, it will not delay the project completion. So similarly, if the delay of any activity it will delay the project completion, it will call as total float. I repeat again, if the delay of any activity after this early, it will start delaying the project, it is called total float. And if the delay on activity only delay the subsequent activities without impacting the project completion, it is called as free float. So it is in this time I want to take some opportunity that the ownership of this float. This always very hot topic to discuss, that who is on this float. So normally, as per our contract, general contract agreement, the float is goes to client or to the client, because as it is considered as something like, for example, the contractor get access to the site, and during the excavation he finds something important in which is like. Some very important items are found which were buried there. So whatever find in during excavation, even it is found by the contractor, but it will remain the property of the client. Similarly, the float is whatever the float is there is the property of the client. But it's when we as a planning engineer, we know that we cannot control the use of the float. Whoever property they find, they use it. So we cannot stop this ownership of the float. But normally it is goes to the client, and client has right to claim this time. So in this case, if the client is asking that float is ownership, then the contractor is don't have any float time, and there is no late finish date. So we have to finish our time start or finish on the early dates. So this is a long debate, and it is if it is a contractor is not the client is not making any issues, or for this one, to better to contractor to proceed it without making the who is ownership of this float. So to avoid unnecessary discussion or make things to avoid unnecessary discussion and avoid an uncomplex situation, better to be just follow. If there's no ownership of the float, just keep as float, and whoever property take it get it, they will use it float. The next topic is now here is that for the for the extension of time claim. So this the video is for the extension of time claim. The extension of time claim is considered as the that if the project is suffer delays because of any reason, the contractor is supposed to submit the extension of time to revise the project completion date. So the project can be delayed for any reason. It may be the reason of the contractor, and it is maybe the reason of the client. So the delay, the contractor, if the delay is by the contract due to any reason by the employer, the contractor make this claim and ask for the extension of time. So it may include this our extension of time claim. It should be include the how much time is required to complete the balance works as of this submission of this extension of time claim, and how much expense or cost contractor has to bear because of this additional resources and expenses for this additional time for the project completion. So this is called as compensable, as called cost for the additional cost for to complete the project for the extended duration of the time which is beyond the contractual completion date. So in these days, when our project is going on, and our it is very important that the extension of time claim should be approved before the contractual completion date of the project to avoid time at large situation. The time at large is a condition that when there is no definite date, the date of completion for the project, and then this date time at large is very dangerous term for the contractor, because contractor I don't know how long this project will be go on, and in this case he is not able to define or he's not able to define or design his expenses for the future expenses. So in this case, contractor keep on losing. So to avoid such situation, it is always recommended to give some target date for the completion of the project, so that the time is not time at large situation can be avoided. And the other case is that when the contractual time is completed and the contractor submit any payment, the accounts department will not entertain any payment, and they just simply return it because return it to the contractor, then asking for to apply liquidated damage to the contractor. So the contractor need to submit the extension time claim to avoid any LDs from the client side, or to avoid this time at large situation. So this is very important term for us to understand. The other important term is that the type of delay events. So that there are two type of delay events. One is excusable delay event, and other is non-excusable delay event. The excusable delay event can be further divided into two types. One is that excusable delay event, the event, the risk of which lies with the employer. Means that if this delay delay event occurred, the employer will be responsible for all the consequences. And in this case, the contractor will be entitled for the extension of time claim if the project completion date is extended because of this delay event. The other is that excusable delay event with delay event and excusable and compensable delays. This is same, and this delay event is same as the excusable delay event, but in this case, that contractor will not get only the time, but it will get also the additional cost to complete the project. So contractor will get the both cost and time. So this excusable delay is two. One in one time excusable delay when the contractor entitled for the time only, and excusable and compensable delay. In this case, the contractor will entitle both for time and cost. The other type is this non-excusable delay event. So the non-excusable delay event are those events the risk of which lies with the contractor, and if this delay or happen, the contractor will not entitle for any additional time or a cost, and the client has a right to apply LDs on the contractor to recover his losses due to the delay in project completion. So now we see that the most important term, which is very important, this concurrent delays. So before moving to concurrent delay, we should notice that the contractor need to submit the extension time claim before the contractual completion date. Is there to avoid LDs by the client side, and at least that the claim is submitted is under discussion or under negotiation. So client will not put any LDs, and the payment can be proceed as normally. So when we are reviewing the any contractor's claim, contractor when the contractor submits his claim, he will just put everything on the other party that we get delay because of the A, B, C, D reasons, because of a late IFC, because of building permit, because of modification, because of new instructions, because of change in design. So he can make some list of very list reasons, because of the late delay of PS item, because the late delay of the PC items, because the late delay of the authorities, he can make a very long list, and he want to exaggerate this topic. So the concurrent delay are the delays we have as a engineer in our client. In this case, our responsibility is to determine the delays which happen from the contractor side. So in this case, the both parties are suffered the both parties have some delays for the project completion. So when two, the as a definition is that when two or more delay events they happen at some time, but their impact are feel at the same time. Means, for example, the delay of more one, two, or more delays, even they have the impact on the same time on the project completion. So, for example, is that if the contractor delay take place for and for partially or entirely, and at the same time employer delay also be happen, then it is called as a concurrent delay. Means the contractor and client delay are both happen at the same times, and they can be partially or entirely. So this is as a concurrent delay, and as we can understand that it is very difficult and tough to determine the as a degree of responsibility of this delay to goes to whom, how much percentage go to contractor and how much is responsible is the employer. So this is very difficult terms, and difficult to determine that the axis of the responsibility for the concurrent delays. And this is the delay, and it become more important that when this delay start impacting the project completion. Now is the delay fragment. So when we are preparing the extension time claim, contractor normally we need to add in additional activity in the program. This additional activity you can consider as a model to this like create a model for this delay events or delay sequence of activities. So the delay fragment is a model which prepare with the in the terms of in terms of activities and they are linked logically with each other. And once we have established this delay fragment, which is a series of activities, we link these activities with the appropriate activities in the program and link them as the proper link, finish to start or start to start, whatever it is appropriate. And then if it requires some put some lag, and then we run the program to show to see the impact of these activities or this delay fragment on the project completion. So when we have the project completion on particular date on data date, and we insert in the particular date the delay fragment already, for example, because of any reason this project suffered say 10 days, and when we put this delay fragment in the program and link it with the activities and we run again, we see that the program project is extended to 10 days more. To means now project is 20 days delay and 10 days before, and because of this additional or delay fragment it extends for 10 days. So contractor will claim for 10 additional days for the project completion. So as you see in the screen, that is a model of the delay prepared with a series of activities linked logically with each other and with the activity in the program work. To the purpose of them is to quantifying the delays. How much delay the contractor suffer. So in the screen now you can see it's a program. It is summarized way. In this program you can say we have put delay fragment as a header, and this all activities are related to the delay event. So this all are put this all activities and we link them as it is there. Some activities are start to start or finish to start, and at the end the final activity is linked with the here with the authorities approval, because this is the final activity and we cannot go for authorities without completion of this additional work. So, and when link we insert this all activities, this F delay event fragment, and this is the first activity fragment 01 till F160. This all activities together is act as a delay fragment, and then this is additional activities we insert in the program. And the same data date we update we run the program again to see the impact of this delay fragment on the project completion. Now, the other important definition is the what are the type of analysis we are using to determine the delays or to make our EOT claim. So the number one, the one first time we are using retrospective delay analysis. In the retrospective delay analysis is the delay analysis that it is conducted after delay event has occurred, and we are going to find the impact of this delay event on the project completion. So, for example, as we see a previous slide that we have. Project delay fragment, and we just insert this delay fragment in the updated program, and this all delay activities are already happened, and we are going to determine the impact of this delay activity on the project completion. So retrospective delay event are the event when we are going to determine the impact of the some delay event which already has happened, and we are going to determine the its consequences on the project completion. So the purpose of this analysis is that we are going to know what is the causes of the delay, why with this maybe there's some changes in design, maybe it's, some additional requirement by the client, maybe some authority requirement has changed, or maybe some design are not matching or not appropriate during the design stage. So we need to determine what is the causes, and what we need to see, like it is like a fish bone analysis. What is the cause of the impact, who initiate this delay, who catch this this delay, and who is responsible for this one. Then we are the other is that we are say responsible. This may be by the contractor delay information drawing to authority, or there's a delay in providing the design by the employer, who is the main cause of this delay. And then other third, that what is the impact on this on the project completion. So now here we say that when we are making this UT claim, the plan engineer should aware of project documents. He should read it, and we have to review project documents, and we have to establish the delay causes, and we have to know which this delay causes related to which clause in the contract. For example, engineer instructions or changes, variation, this related to what clause in the contract, because the general clause in the extension of time claim, but this extension of time claim is based on some other clause in the contract. For example, variation, for example, instruction by the engineer which cause these changes. So we need to determine that this is as per engineer instruction clause. I think 3.4 is that as per engineer instruction clause 3.4, it impact the project completion. So we need to review the project document fully to see the is there any specific clause is there or milestones are there, and which clause of the contract it is related to, and who is responsible for this engineer, this initiated by engineer or this initiated by the client. And we need to better understand the project environment also. When we are attending the project meetings, then we can know that what is happening around us, so we know that what is going to impact on the project completion, so we know the project environment properly, and we can if we are contractor, we can prepare our claim properly, and if the client or consultant, we can respond the contractor accordingly. The other type of the delay event is the prospective delay analysis. In this delay analysis is called that we are this is during the it is called as during the project execution phase, and this is considered as a risk register. So in this risk register, we list all the potential delay risk which impact the project completion. And every progress meeting, we are going to check the review or status of this delay event to mitigate the impact of this delay on the project completion. So I hope this video is useful for you, and if you like it, please consider subscription. And I will making next video to determine the method used to prepare the extension time claim. So till next time, please don't forget to share and subscribe. See you soon. Take care and bye bye.